Hey, quick question before we dive in. What if I told you that a quick spring clean of your money could slice years off financial stress? Today we're turning a simple article about spring cleaning your finances into a fresh, opinionated, creator-style breakdown that you can actually use. Let's get into it. First, the hook I'm betting you'll care about. You don't need perfect credit or a dazzling financial trophy shelf to make real progress. You just need to look at where your money is actually going, then take one or two practical moves that compound over time. What makes this really interesting is how tiny, consistent choices beat dramatic, short-lived bursts of willpower. So yeah, today we're not chasing a magical method, we're building a sustainable system. Now, let me set the stage. Spring is a natural cue to get organized. Idea 3, focus on an emergency fund and debt payoff, but don't chase perfection. The article emphasizes starting somewhere and finding a system that motivates you rather than chasing the flawless strategy. What makes this meaningful is the contrast between perfect plan and consistent action. From my angle, a sustainable system isn't about heroic one-time actions, it's about habits that survive life's chaos. A detail I find compelling is the idea that momentum compounds. Even small, steady contributions can create a financial buffer that changes how you handle surprises. Commentary: people often get paralyzed by decision fatigue, choosing the best method instead of starting. The bigger picture here is that you're building resilience. An emergency fund isn't glamorous, but it reduces stress and buys you time to think clearly if something goes wrong. If you look at it this way, the exact payoff isn't just dollars. It's the mental bandwidth to make smarter decisions when it matters most. Idea 4, practical savings at the store and daily life, plus additional resources. The source points to specific, actionable tips for saving money on groceries and navigating rising prices. What makes this really interesting is how consumption-level adjustments have outsized effects on overall stability. From my perspective, the grocery hack is less about cutting to the bone and more about smarter shopping, plan meals, compare prices, and use loyalty programs strategically. A detail I find fascinating is how minor tweaks in routine can free up a surprising amount of cash without making life feel deprived. Commentary: the broader trend here is behavioral pricing efficiency. People underestimate how much they can save by changing routines rather than making dramatic changes to income. If you step back and think about it, small, repeatable savings compound the most over time, and they're accessible to almost anyone. It's not about deprivation, it's about intentional spending choices that align with your goals. Deeper insight: taken together, these ideas aren't just about trimming fat, they're about building a financial operating system tailored to real life. The deeper question this raises is, how do you design a money plan that scales with your life changes, career shifts, family needs, inflation, or unexpected events? The answer is a flexible framework. One part visibility, one part proactive negotiation, one part habit-driven saving, and one part adaptable spending discipline. In my view, the big takeaway is that the system should be simple enough to implement, robust enough to withstand surprises, and personal enough to keep you motivated. Closing thought: spring cleaning isn't a one-off task, it's a reset of your money culture. If you implement even 2 of these shifts, audit your spending and try a credit card rate negotiation, you'll create a ripple effect, less anxiety, more confidence, and a clearer path toward bigger goals. So here's a question for you. What's the smallest, first step move you'll take this week to start cleaning your financial house?